In a quiet village surrounded by green hills lived an old man named Baba Kofi. He was over 80 years old and lived alone in a small mud hut at the edge of the village. Every morning before sunrise, he carried two empty buckets and slowly walked into the forest. The villagers laughed whenever they saw him. "There goes the old man chasing dreams again," they would say. Nobody knew where Baba Kofi went. He spent every day digging small holes, carrying water from stream, and planting tiny tree seedlings. The work was slow and difficult, but he never missed a day. The villagers thought he had lost his mind. One afternoon, some young men stopped him. "Old man," one laughed, "you'll be dead before these trees grow." Another said, "Why work so hard for something you'll never enjoy?" Baba Kofi similit genti. "I may never sit under their shade, but someone else's child will." The young men laughed and walked away. Months later, the village faced its worst drought in years. The river dried up. The farm stopped producing crops. Animals became weak. Families worried there would be no food. One little girl wandered into the forest searching for firewood. To her surprise, she found a cool, green area filled with young trees. Birds were singing. The ground was moist. Nearby, fresh water flowed from a small spring. She ran back to tell the village. The villagers followed her and couldn't believe what they saw. The trees Baba Kofi had planted had protected the land. Their roots kept water underground. The spring had survived because of the forest he created. Without realizing it, the old man had saved the village. Ashamed, the villagers gathered at Baba Kofi's hut. The village chief stepped forward. "We laughed at you when we should have helped you." Baba Kofi simidet. It's never too late to plant something that will help tomorrow. From that day on, children, parents, and elders joined Baba Kofi every morning. Together, they planted hundreds of new trees. The once barren hills slowly became green again. The village came back to life. One peaceful morning, Baba Kofi didn't come out of his hut. The villagers found him resting peacefully with a smile on his face. Beside his bed was a handwritten note. It read, "A tree does not eat its own fruit. A river does not drink its own water. The greatest life is one lived for others." Years later, the village had become one of the greenest in the region. Children played beneath the tall trees Baba Kofi had planted. At the entrance to the village stood a wooden sign, "Baba Kofi Forest, planted by one man, protected by many." Narrator: the greatest legacy isn't the wealth we leave behind. It's the lives we make better while we're here.